Hey everybody, welcome back. Movie review time. It's a little bit different, I know. We geek out about a movie we just saw, and we just saw Spider-Man Homecoming. Okay, so now what you're saying, where's Mary? Well, quick, Mary will be in this review, but quick, just quick story in case you didn't catch it on the no spoilers. We're having trouble. Our favorite theater, Regal, they got a new booker who does not even live in state, and she's being a problem in the way she's booking things. I know it's a she. We've been investigating because we're trying to lodge complaints. We're not getting earlier 3 o'clock or 3D showings now, and that's really starting to irk me, especially as often as I go over there. Anyways, point being, we couldn't get in until 10:25, so we got out at like 1 in the morning, and it's a school night for Mary. She's got to be at work tomorrow, so we just shot her review on a cell phone, and we will cut to that here in a little bit. I just wanted to give you that heads up. The next heads up, this is going to be our all the spoiler review. This is where we're going to talk all the spoilers we want to talk. We're going to talk about the ending, all the post-credit scenes, all that kind of stuff. The couple of twists that actually exist in the movie, all those kind of things. So, if you don't want spoilers, you accidentally clicked on the wrong thing, there's a link in the description below, or something's popping up right about now. You can check out our no spoiler review, and then come on back when you're ready for spoilers. Sound good? Cool? Ready? Here you go. Spoiler warning. Spoilers. All right, cool. God, where to begin? So the original Spider-Man theme plays over the Marvel logo. That thing that they released online is actually in there. It's so cool. The orchestral version of Spider-Man. Fantastic. Everything in this is great. I got no qualms other than I would have liked more surprises just because the marketing really does give away almost the entire movie, except for like one major plot twist, which really caught everybody by surprise, but was so brilliant. And I'll get to that in a minute. But love the music because they have like Ramones rocking in there and all kinds of good stuff like that as well. Tom Holland is perfect. The suit is amazing. The pacing's great. It's a great Marvel movie. You like Marvel movies? You're going to like this one. And it's going to make a lot of money and there's going to be a lot more and I'm very excited for it. So where do I want to start? Let's see. All right, well, I guess we kind of start at the beginning. We get the montage, the kind of vlog style behind the scenes of Peter going to Berlin and during Civil War and having to fight alongside, the whole Civil War thing. And it's really cool. And it was awesome to see these alternate perspectives, like that were shot on a cell phone. I thought that was a really nice little touch. Actually, before then, we get like 8 years ago, just after the Chitauri invasion in the first Avengers, and we find Tony Stark starts damage control and, takes away the salvage rights from Michael Keaton from the Vulture. Toulon, right? Toulon, I think? I can't remember the first name. I want to say Andre Toulon, but I think that's Puppet Master. Anyways, all that stuff was very cool. It's cool to get a damage patrol thing in there. I was really excited about that. Let's see, where do I want to go from there? So we did the opening. This is easier when I have Mary to bounce off of, honestly. And we'll get to her stuff here in a few minutes, and then, I'll wrap up. But that was all really cool. The Captain America cameos are really funny, even though they've pretty much all but like one and the post-credit scene, which I'll talk more about in a minute. We're in the trailers, so you've seen it, but it would have been nice not to know about that so much. But they were still really funny. Having an actual teenage Spider-Man is as fantastic as we want it to be, and is very helpful in setting the tone and telling the story of this film. Which again, if you've seen like 2 of the trailers, you probably know the whole story of this film, barring one big twist that I'll get to. Of course, if you're watching this, most likely you have seen it and you know. So, but God, man, it's just, I'm sorry, I really am just like fresh home after watching this, and even Mary's at home like just geeking out about stuff. Like they used Ramone's Blitzkrieg Bop throughout the movie, and even it played over the end credits, and I had this thought too, and she did too, and this is like one of my only complaints, and it's a minor nitpick, is that as much as I love Blitzkrieg Bop, as much as I love the Ramones, and as much as that works, their version of the Spider-Man theme is so cool. I really wish they had played that, but it might have been too on the nose, so I understand. So that was the one thing Mary left out of her review she wanted in. But yeah, the action is fantastic. One of the things I really like too is the webbing. It's just a subtle thing, but when he lets go of the webbing and you see it just trail off behind him, it really looks like actual spider webs, like the way it blows in the wind and everything. I thought that was pretty cool. I like his hiding spots in the school. I like showing him creating the web formula and everything. All that stuff was awesome. Aunt May was freaking awesome, all that kind of stuff. And I like that everybody was kind of hot for Aunt May. And they played her age appropriate, like Mary's talking about, and I really appreciated that too. So, very cool. And I love that right before the end credits, Aunt May discovers Peter Parker as Spider-Man, and it's just, what the credits? That got a huge roar out of the audience, as it did out of me, and that was just fantastic. Okay, I'm gonna collect my thoughts, and I'm gonna let Mary do her thing here, and let's just let you guys hear what Mary had to say. Here you go.
Okay, I need a Spider-Man Deadpool movie now. Because that's what I was thinking after about the first 10 minutes. It's like, I need those, just this particular Spider-Man, was it Tom Holland?
Yes.
Okay, I actually remember the name. Just his energy and everything, and his wide-eyed innocence and whatnot with Deadpool, and yes.
Ryan Reynolds wants it too. I'm gonna hand this off to you in just a second. Okay, well, you go ahead.
Go ahead and
no, don't like put your hand over it. Because I don't want to cut. Keep rolling.
Okay. So, shit, what's his name?
Ryan Reynolds.
No, I'm moving on. Vulture.
Michael Keaton.
Thank you. Michael Keaton, probably the best of any of the Spider-Man villains.
Agreed.
And, oops, sorry, getting in the car. So best of the Spider-Man movies. And I think he might be one of the better Marvel villains.
Actually, I agree. I was thinking that. That'll be in my part of the review.
And oh my God, when you find out that he's the dad.
That was mind-blowing. This should be your part, because I'm going to talk when I get home. Just don't shoot up. Try to shoot down at yourself a little bit. This looks better.
Hi.
People don't like it when you shoot up. That's not you.
Okay. Well, I get
copyright. Okay.
I gotta get the seatbelt on. Yeah,
I tell you what.
Camera.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is the first time we've ever tried doing this.
Yeah, well, it's late, as I explained.
So, God, when you find out that he's the dad of the girl that he's been crushing on, it's like, oh my God, because it just comes out of left field. But then you're like, oh well, this makes perfect sense because the guy's talking about family and everything. And once again, we see how Tony fails to realize that business decisions that he just kind of makes on the fly just really tend to really kind of screw over other people. And so, and it'll be kind of interesting to see if that comes into play because Tony is trying to have a conscience. Like I said, he just fails to, I think, grasp how far his reach goes sometimes. But it was interesting watching Tony try to be sort of a father figure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Especially after the revelations of Civil War.
Yeah. But, and Gwyneth Paltrow was like, oh.
No, I'm sorry. I'm trying to give a thumbs up.
In the last Iron Man movie, what was that thing called? That everybody she got shot up with.
Oh, fuck, I can't remember. We know what we're talking about. Iron Man 3.
Did they fix that, or does she still have that?
I don't remember. We're just gonna
okay, I'm just curious. Anyways, but I noticed that for having maybe 2 minutes of screen time, she got really, really high billing in the credits.
Yeah, I was really excited about that. I kept wanting, because they were announcing an Avenger, I kept wanting to make Tony be like, well, I got a suit for you, and then some joke about Rescue, because in the comics, she gets a suit and she becomes a character named Rescue.
Oh.
Go ahead, sorry.
Okay, I did not know that.
Yeah, she's mentoring Riri Williams.
Yeah.
Anyways.
But, so, it'll be interesting to see, there's definitely going to be a second one, because there's no way that they're not going to make a second one.
Oh, it's already in the works.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Let's see, what else?
As a matter of fact, the news is Spider-Man is going to kind of be the lead of Phase 4 for Marvel.
Okay. I heard rumors that he might kind of sort of fill in for Tony Stark.
Yeah. Which, again, kind of happens in the comics in a lot of ways.
Okay, I'm sorry, my arm's getting tired and my other arm will block the light.
I'll shut up, you just say what you need to say so you can...
I think I've hit the high points for me. Aunt May was, I liked Marissa Tomei. I liked having a younger Aunt May. Mm-hmm. I mean, like not super young, but, appropriately aged Aunt May. Agreed. Not like grand Aunt May, which is, I'm holding this way too high now. Which is what you typically get. But
Ned, best friend Ned.
Ned, oh God, Ned was a riot. I may have had to kill him after a while though.
Yeah. MJ reveal.
Oh yeah. So it turns out creepy loner girl is Michelle is call her MJ. So she definitely has a crush on Peter.
Yeah, it was really cute that last shot.
But yeah, I loved her character, so I wouldn't mind getting, because again, it's sort of a Mary Jane that we haven't gotten before, which I like.
Yeah.
God, I just love Tom Holland.
Perfectly cast.
He's so perfect.
Best
He is beyond
Spider-Man.
perfect.
Yep.
Oh, I love the video montage at the beginning.
That was what I kept having to avoid because everybody keeps posting it. Like, I don't want to see it till the movie.
And I kind of forgot because they talked about it's like, I don't know why I'm in Berlin. It's like, I don't know why you're in Berlin either. And then it's like the airport fight. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot that took place in Berlin, not ATL.
Yeah, well, you tell the story real quick. Anytime we go to the Atlanta airport and the flights are delayed, what do we blame it on?
The Avengers.
Yeah, because that's where they filmed it. All right.
So, God, I'm having.
You're right.
I hate holding it up.
I know you're practicing. We have to hold it up. Just don't hold it down.
Well,
don't shoot up. That's yourself.
Okay.
Is basically all.
Then my arm's getting horribly tired.
I understand.
There we go. So let's see. God, love the suit.
Yeah.
Love Karen.
Yeah. Kill mode?
No, what's wrong with you?
Love the webbing. I like how it really felt like spider web.
Yeah. I loved all the like 500 something different combinations. Karen's like, you don't seem to be very familiar with your website.
What about not the post-credit scenes, but the way the movie actually ends before the actual credits? May in the back.
Oh God! And
what the? In credits.
The thing is, I've been watching a lot of Nostalgia Critic today,
Okay.
and his shows always end on somebody yelling, like just for getting like to an expletive. And so it's a very similar sort of feel to me. I was like, I don't know. Side note.
Yeah.
The
post-credit scenes. Just talk about those.
Oh God. Okay, so first post-credit scene. I'm not entirely sure how to interpret that.
I was gonna ask because I don't remember who the guy was that Toombs was talking to, and I like that he didn't rat out Peter Parker. I think that'll be interesting. He may want his own vengeance, but
he may have been one of the guys that Spider-Man may have trashed on the ferry, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's the best I could figure out.
Yeah, he was the. I'm pretty sure he was like the guy who was there to buy the weapons.
That makes sense. Okay.
Because I think Peter like threw a motorcycle into him.
Yeah.
He's like, "Whoops, sorry, that's a little harder than I meant."
Yeah. And second post credit. You're running out of time to get you home here.
But no, I want to ask you this because, but with that conversation, do you think Vulture was kind of trying to do Spider-Man as solid because he did kind of save his life?
I think there's some of that.
Or is it because no, I want to kill that motherfucker myself?
I think it's absolutely both.
Okay.
I think it's both. It is really something both, and he's just concocting his future plans.
Yeah, because I think he has a weird sort of sense of honor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah, the final one is so throughout the movie you have like these sort of PSA things that with
Captain America.
I hadn't actually watched any of them.
No, I'm saying the people have seen the movie. They're watching the spoiler video.
Oh, this is spoiler. Okay.
Yeah.
So the one at the end, you're like, so patience. It's a virtue. And sometimes it pays off, and sometimes, well, not so much. And you wonder why you waited all this time.
Like the audience starts figuring it out. Yeah. Yeah, that was great. It was the best post credit ever.
It's kind of up there with like the Deadpool one if he comes out in his bathroom.
Yeah,
like,
very much. And they even had Ferris Bueller stuff in this movie. So I mean, yeah, totally.
But yeah, goddamn, when are we getting Deadpool Spider-Man?
Unfortunately, different studios. So unless Ryan Reynolds can work some magic.
Well, which one is which
Fox.
one? Fuck Fox.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Fuck Fox. Yeah, I think. Is there anything else like big things? Because you're almost home, so I don't want to film the whole drive home, so I don't know where you are.
It's so dark. I'm not sure they'd be able to tell.
I know, but better safe than sorry. Wrap up your thoughts here.
But yeah,
you got to get to bed, people. It's after 1 a.m.
Yeah,
I explained all that.
But yeah, I think I pretty much hit everything. Okay. At least everything off the top of my head. Yeah. Because like, really, all I can think about is Spider-Man, Deadpool. That's really all I can think about.
Yep. I'm with you 100% on that.
So, yeah, Ryan Reynolds needs to work some sort of magic because I'm pretty sure he can actually do that.
Yeah, maybe. If anybody's gonna have the pull, it's gonna be him.
Maybe if they make a fake demo thing and then leak it.
Yeah, maybe. All right. So is that all you got?
I think that's all I got. So, good night, everybody. Have fun with the rest of the review. Unless this is the end of the review, and then good night. Bye-bye.
I'm not sure. So back to Eric, probably.
Back to Eric.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, so real quick, we got to pay the bills. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back. I got a few more things I want to touch on, then we'll wrap this up and get out of here. But I love Ned. I love that he got to be the guy with the headset with all the computer screens and actually do it, but like in a realistic way. Like I watch a lot of Arrow and stuff, and it's just like, it's so like kind of contrived. Even though I love that show, it's so contrived. Like, you know, Felicity, everybody on the computers and the headsets and how they do all that. But I love seeing this real world version of that, him spinning between all the different computers, and then him getting busted, and the best excuse he could come up with is he was watching porn. That killed me, man. That killed me. Like Mary was talking about, though, the big reveal that the Vulture, that Michael Keaton was actually, not Michelle, but the main girl, can't remember the character name now, Liz, I think, is her dad. That was mind-blowing. That's like the biggest thing they kept secret in the trailers, and I really appreciated that. I liked the disintegration of the original Shocker. I like how they set up the Shocker, although I feel like he was more of a traditional Marvel Cinematic Universe villain in terms of they downplayed the look, and we never really got a full-on Shocker and a full-on suit. Maybe we will in the future, because they didn't really tell what happened to Bokeem Woodbine, so that's still a possibility. But the Vulture is one of the most comic bookish villains we've gotten in a Marvel movie so far, and I love it, and they played it so brilliantly. And he's actually in the full costume. The way they did his hair when he's losing it, it even looks kind of like he's got the wings, and it's just so brilliant. That was just like the best part of the movie, other than Tom Holland as Spider-Man, has got to be Michael Keaton as the Vulture. That's fantastic. I'm glad he's not dead. I'm glad in that post-credit scene we're going to find out more of what he's got planned in the future. I think that ought to be pretty fun, and hopefully we'll see him back. Because it did a good job of making you feel like you could have a Spider-Man's rogue gallery in this, and I'm excited about all that. And it was nice to get some fresh villains we haven't seen, too, so that was really cool. So the sandwich stuff was pretty funny, especially with, God, I'm totally blanking on the actor name now. I love the guy. He's the new Lando. He was on Community, and he was Aaron Davis in this. Shit. Well, anyways, he was trying to buy guns and all that, and Spider-Man left him webbed to the car. That was really cute. I thought that character was pretty awesome, although I don't know if that's going to be somebody that comes back and does more. I sure hope so, though, because Donald Glover, I really appreciate and enjoy watching him and things. The post-credit scenes are great. There was the mid-credit was nice, although for some reason now I can't remember what the mid-credit was. I'll come back to it, but that post-scene with Captain America doing the patience thing, and it was all for nothing, I thought that was one of the brilliant, most funny things I've seen in a Marvel movie, especially those post scenes. That was just so cool. But yeah, this is a lot easier when I have Mary here because we can remind each other of things. But again, it was so late. Had to do what we had to do. And yeah, so I guess I feel like there's more I want to say. I'm sure there is. The big plane fight at the end is awesome. The high school fight is awesome. Oh, I guess they did web up Bokeem Woodbine. That's right. He got stuck to the bus and everything. So should be interesting to see where that goes. The pepper pots, that was cool. Like I was saying, if you couldn't hear it in Mary's, that it would have been cool if Tony had a suit for her. Oh, and the the Superior Spider-Man armor, I don't remember which one it was, but kind of the reveal of that I bet we're going to end up seeing get used in Infinity War. That was really cool. I liked having Happy Hogan back. I like the way they play him. I like everybody trying to call him all the time and he couldn't do it. I like that they're showing off Peter Parker's genius, that he could hack the suit. Like, he's as smart as Tony. He's probably going to be smarter than Tony in time, you know? So I think that's going to be fun, is he'll be kind of the guy that takes over and runs or heads up the Phase 4 MCU, so after the second Avengers movie coming up. So that's going to be awesome. But man, I tell you, there was just so much good stuff in this. Like, I could just rant and rave about the whole thing. Watching him having to, like, fly through the suburbs was pretty awesome, especially when he realized he had no big anything to web off of, so he kind of just had to run on foot. I thought that was great. Oh, him driving the car for the first time, that was freaking hysterical. He had to be taught how to turn on headlights and stuff, and it was Flash's car. I like this version of Flash. I'm not that familiar with him in the comics, but I really liked him, because even though he was a jerk and his bully and all this stuff, he was a lovable bully. I mean, come on, Penis Parker. That was just cracking me up, dude. That was cracking me up. Oh. The suit looked fantastic. The Scarlet Spider suit looked fantastic. So I like that we got different suits of Spider-Man. So that was all cool. And actually, when he's flying the plane using the webbing, it reminded me of, like, Batman Rebirth issue #1. And, like, my mind being blown by watching Batman fly a plane like that. But it was just so cool seeing it come to life in this movie. So much good stuff. And Aunt May was lovable too, and she actually cared about Peter. I liked the whole thing about him, his internship with Stark and all that. I thought it was just really good stuff, man. Really good stuff. great movie, no surprise there. Great 3D. Definitely check it out. Definitely get the score. Definitely be excited for more, because it's coming. I guess that's really all I got. I'm sure there's other things I can think of, but it's almost 2 in the morning. I still have to edit this and make a trailer reaction, so I'm going to shut up. But comment away, guys. Let's geek out about it. I got to hear, what's your favorite part? What did you like? What did you not see coming? What do you want to see in a sequel? What other villains would you like to see get set up? That's right, the mid-credits scene, by the way. If you know who the guy that Michael Keaton was talking to is, let me know, because I'm curious. It seemed like it's somebody I'm supposed to know, but I didn't know it. So comment, let me know. Let me hear your thoughts. This is a fun one to geek out over. I can't wait to see what you guys think about this movie. Other than that, though, you can click the thumbs up button, give us the good old thumb of encouragement. We do love to be encouraged. I guess I'm going to get out of here and go watch some more stuff. We'll see you all later.